Happy Freaky Fresh Friday, Fan Friday.
That is not correct.
Happy Freaky Fresh Start Fan Friday. Again, Nerd Talkers, how's everyone been? So it's been a hot minute since we talked about some freaky fresh start when it comes to Marvel, but the holy trinity of Marvel characters just had their number ones, and we are going to talk about it. Intro. So for those who don't know, Marvel's Trinity is Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. So they're arguably their most popular characters. When you think of the Avengers, those are the ones you think about. They have their own trilogy of movies. Their number ones came out recently, and I wanted to talk about them here with you guys. So before going into them, I really enjoyed the fact that they all had their distinct style. When you read an Iron Man comic, it's different from Thor, which is different from Captain America. They are very different in their style, and it's kind of reminiscent of where they are as characters. Also has a little teeny weeny bit of inspiration with the tones from the movies as well. Let's start with Iron Man. So Tony Stark Iron Man, written by Dan Slott. You see this cover, it's very dark and kind of foreboding, but the inside of it is super bright and colorful and Geico. The art in this is fantastic. The colors pop out. The character models are awesome. It's almost like reading a cartoon. It's really fun. The thing I enjoyed about this is the way the story is told. So, without spoilers, pretty much Tony Stark hires on a guy that he knows, and it kind of follows his first day working with Tony Stark and just how crazy it is working for someone like Iron Man. It kind of felt like reading a Saturday morning cartoon. It was super fun. It's very simple story. It's very easy to follow, and it's definitely the funniest of the bunch. If you're into like pop culture references, then you're gonna love some of this. Like, there's a musical cue that happens like once or twice in the book, and it is really funny. Because you have the song playing in your head while this whole scene's playing out, and it just makes the entire thing just super enjoyable. Plus, the best part is with these covers, you get like a whole bunch of different variants you can choose from. Pick out whatever army you like, and then just enjoy the story from then. Moving on to Thor.
Yeah, it's me.
So I was excited about this one because for the past few years, Thor, it's been interesting. You've had Jane Foster as Thor for the most part. Though she was a good character, if you were a fan of like Ragnarok or you wanted to just pick up a Thor comic, you didn't have like Thor Odin's son in the role of Thor. But in this one, you get your boy Thor, Odin's son, God of Thunder. And it's kind of crazy. I don't envy him this position that he's in this book. So Odin's magical artifacts are just spewed off across the realms. On top of that, all the realms are at war, and he doesn't even have Mjolnir. Mjolnir is boomed. So he has no weapon, and he has to fix all of these realm hopping problems. There are some really fun parts. If you can get past the unique art style, you'll get past it about midway through. I didn't even notice it at that point, but there's some really funny parts. Specifically in the beginning, he's fighting a certain cult, and a fan favorite character shows up. It made for some very fun times. And last but not least, my boy Captain America. This one is definitely the most foreboding, and if you've been following Captain America comics in the past few years, you'll notice there was an interesting number one that came out a few years ago. Anybody remember the Hail Hydra incident? So this is kind of like the redemption story. Pretty much, how does he get his trust with the country that he loves back? On top of that, he's got to take out some nuke lookalikes, and that part's pretty fun. But on top of all of that, there is a new looming threat. It's a threat to Hydra, but you can tell this is gonna bleed into Cap's gonna have to get involved and throw his mighty shield at some faces. Now, when it comes to art, I think this one was my favorite because I think it matched Captain America's style and where he is as a character perfectly. Kind of a darker color palette, nothing really pops out, but you do feel, when you see Captain America there, you feel like this hope almost. It's kind of hard to explain. It does also play a little bit of catch up both with Sharon Carter, Bucky, Captain America. It does kind of fill you in because a lot has happened. They did a very, very good job in blending that in with the rest of the story, and I think it is going to be an enjoyable story moving forward. The hardest decision was what variant art to choose from because they were all awesome. Go Google the variant arts. They're pretty stinking amazing. So these were 3 very solid entries for 3 very solid characters. I was very happy to pick these up and very happy to enjoy my time with them. I will definitely be picking up them later on and letting you know about how these stories are on future episodes of Freaky Fresh Fan Friday. Oh, what did you guys think about these books? Are you going to pick them up? If you enjoyed them, let me know. If you didn't, what were your issues? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share our post, and be looking for when we go live on the podcast so you guys can get in on the nerd talk. And until next time, keep talking nerd, guys. Peekaboo. Boop-a-doo.